Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting, and I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. Okay, so today is November 1st, and my birthday's in November, and so I'm going to try. I can't promise because I'm busy and I have a lot of stuff going on, but I'm going to try to do a podcast every single day in November. So I'm saying it on this episode so that'll give me more motivation to really stick to it and really produce episodes every single day. So now let's get started in today's episode. So what I want you to think about is we've talked about self-concept before, and we've talked about a little bit about self-love and how self-love isn't necessary for a manifestation to come into your life. However, it is amazing, and I do encourage you to love yourself. And so this maybe falls under that a little bit, and maybe some people would even argue that this is self-love. But I want you to start asking your question, especially if you're manifesting a specific person. But this could be if you're manifesting anything, a job, more money, a house, a car. What do you think about yourself? What thoughts do you hold? Or you could call this self-concept. What do you think about yourself? Do you think that you're a person who deserves a BMW, or that deserves to be with your specific person, or deserves to have a certain job? And if you don't think that, you need to switch what you're thinking about yourself to get you closer to your manifestation. So when you're manifesting, one of the fastest ways to get to that end result, to living in the end, is really thinking the thoughts of a person who already has that thing. So if you're a person who already has your specific person, you're thinking thoughts of like, gosh, I wonder what he or she wants to do tonight. Not thinking thoughts of, I wonder what they're doing, right? Or even thoughts about yourself, or even like, I'm partnered, I'm in a relationship. I have my dream job. I am employed. I have money in my bank. Now, the hard part about this is that for a lot of people is that they don't exactly know what those feelings are. So if you can't feel the feelings, you can probably think the thoughts. And it doesn't mean you're not going to naturally think them at first. What you're naturally thinking now is what got you the life that you're living now. And if you want something different than one you have now, you need to change the thoughts that you're thinking. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to do it on purpose, right? It's intentional manifesting. It's deliberate creation. So instead of just letting your life unfold with the thoughts that you've been thinking that have been put in there by whatever influence, like on the internet or on the, television, or just your family. A lot of it comes from your early life with your family. You want to choose new thoughts and then think them on purpose. Right. Yeah. You're going to choose new thoughts and then you're going to think them on purpose. And you want them to be the thoughts that you would think if you had your SP or your new job or more money or whatever it is you're trying to manifest. You want those thoughts to be the thoughts that you would think. Not the thoughts that I would think. I mean, I can give you examples, but that's not going to help you if you would think something different than I would think. And you probably would. So you need to really spend time with yourself, and you want to know what thoughts you would think, not just about the situation, but also about yourself. Would you be proud of yourself? Would you be excited for yourself? Would you think that it was no big deal? Some people don't get that excited about things. Would you just whatever you would think. So just think about what you would think. And one way to kind of tell what you would think is think back on something that's similar, not exactly the same thing, but similar to what you're trying to manifest. So let's say you're manifesting a specific person and you've already dated that person. This person is an ex for you. what did you think? So presumably at some point you dated this person and it was really, really good. Or you probably wouldn't want them back, right? And so think back to the person that you were when you first started dating this ex that you maybe want to attract back. Now, if you're trying to manifest a specific person and it's not, and he or she's not an ex, they're not an ex, what you need to do is then try to figure out, think back on a relationship that maybe you've had in the past that you enjoyed the beginning of. Even if you don't want that relationship back, think back of something that you enjoyed the beginning of and then tweak it to fit the person that you are trying to manifest. Like, what thoughts did you think about dating? What thoughts did you think about men? What thoughts did you think about women? What thoughts did you think about relationships? So just think about that. And you only want to choose the good ones. The ones that really conform to what you want. So if you have some thoughts like men always cheat or women always cheat, you do not want to keep that one. You want to get rid of that one. Do not think of that one. In fact, you want to replace it with something like, my partners are always loyal to me. My partners are always faithful to me. So you want to really just sort of think thoughts about that, right? On purpose. Let me see if I can think of anything else I want to say about this, because I just had a fleeting thought that went out of my head about it. Yeah, so you just want to think the thoughts that you would think. Now, if you've never been in a relationship before, you could even do this by maybe like reading a novel or seeing a television show where the two people, or, more, however your relationship is, have exactly what you want. And what do you think about them? And then how can you switch those thoughts that you're thinking about this couple that you're watching or reading about? And how can you make that the thought that you would think about yourself? So like if you're reading, say, a romance novel, and you just really love the chemistry that the couple in the romance novel has, what kind of thoughts can you kind of appropriate from that romance novel to think about yourself and to think about relationships? So I hope that this helps in your manifesting, and may you manifest exactly what you want. Remember, I do have some books available on Amazon. Author Lovie Brown. They are Manifest a Specific Person workbook, and 33 scripting prompts to manifest a specific person. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.